And now the final presentation in this session will be about the pilot site in St. Petersburg. And I see that Yuri is visible on the screen. So Yuri, please talk to us about what you've been doing as part of the LUCIA project in St. Petersburg.
I'm going to speak about our pilot site in Polytechnic University, which is located in the Polytechnic University campus. Next slide, please. Here you can see some basic information about our pilot site. It is our campus, which is located in the north part of St. Petersburg, north part of the city. We have a big campus territory, more than 2,500 square meters. But our pilot site, it's really small, just a park alley with a total square of the 3,000 square meters, where we are going to install 25 multifunctional smart illuminators. Next slide, please. General idea about our pilot site. I hope you saw the presentation which were prepared by our students. It was shown yesterday during the coffee break, which showed our pilot site before, during, and after the construction of new outdoor lighting system. The main problem which we try to solve this is to create a new outdoor system, because before the LUCIA project we had old, inefficient, and insufficient outdoor lighting. And the idea was to install new one, multifunctional smart system of outdoor lighting with LED illuminators, equipment for dimming, individual control, and feedback capabilities. It was the idea of pilot site in St. Petersburg Polytechnic University. Next slide, please. We, as all our partners in LUCIA project, we use holistic approach and consider this task as a socio-technical system, which consists of technical subsystem, economic and organizational subsystem, and behavior subsystem. Technical subsystem, we have two tasks. First one, to develop technical documentation for outdoor lighting for all our campus, not only for pilot site, because this is a joint technical system. And the second task was construction and installation of new lamp posts. The total number will be 25 new lamp posts with cable routing, new LED luminaires, and reduced version of the control system. Why reduced? Reduced because our pilot site, this is just a part of the old system which cover all the campus territory. Next slide, please. This technical subsystem, as I told, for us is more or less common task, because in Polytechnic University, technical tasks is more or less common. We have good engineers, we have good researchers. Naturally, we use fact sheets from LUCIA regarding technique and technology, and this task, technical and technology, didn't create a big challenge for us. The most difficult for us was economical and organizational subsystem. First of all, because St. Petersburg campus is an object of cultural heritage. Any works on this territory must be coordinated with the Committee for State Control, Use and Protection of Historical and Cultural Monuments of St. Petersburg. This is the most challenge from organization point of view. It means that to do something, the permission to carry out in protected area is needed. Before any works will start, we must get this permission. Then restoration of the historical appearance of the lighting poles. The first priority was not for this control committee, was not highest technical or innovation solutions. The most priority was how to restore a historical appearance of lighting poles, and this create additional problems for us. Additional task for restoration of historical appearance of the territory as a whole. So we had to concentrate not only for tasks in LUCIA project, but we have to spent our money, spent our resources for this historical appearance of the territory. It was additional challenge for us. Next slide, please. That's why when we think about the past, what challenge we met and what lessons learned. First of all, naturally, this is COVID restrictions, but I will not focus on it. The most problems for us was existing formal procedures for getting these permits from the Committee for State Control. It is the most difficult task, and looking to the past, the main lesson we learned is when you plan, when you create timetable for the project which touch historical heritage and historical objects, multiply by 2 the time necessary for design stage. We feel it exactly. The second problem we feel is that a number of new eliminators increased from 22 up to 25 because according to light technical calculations, the pilot site territory, it must be do like this. So the cost of our tasks increased, but it was our internal problems. Nevertheless, this is our lesson learned. Sometime amount of eliminators will be increased after the technical design. Next slide, please. Regarding economic and organizational subsystem, additional challenge for us was procedure of public procurements. We speak a lot today regarding GPP, but for us, naturally, we try to follow all these criteria, but the most problems was how to organize tender, because sometimes winner of tenders will be bids with a minimum price. This is reality. And how to overcome these problems, we don't know. This is still an open question. Regarding during this project, we met real difficulties because the winner of our company, which win the tender for technical design, was not the best winner, how to say, but we had to conclude contract with the winner, and that's why we get additional problems, and how to overcome these problems for future, this is for us is still open questions. So from economical and organizational point of view, the most difficult for us was necessity to combine innovation solution with requirements from cultural heritage, and the second, how to overcome these formal problems from procurement procedures. We were lucky because we were not alone with our problems. We had very good cooperation with stakeholders, first of all with State Budgetary Enterprise Landsvet. This is an organization, state-owned company, which is responsible for outdoor lighting for the St. Petersburg as a whole. We created very good solution, cooperation with them, established a Center for Testing of Innovation Solution, and we hope that it will provide sustainable development for next years, because even LUCIA project will end. This our development of our outdoor system will not stop with LUCIA. Next slide, please. That's why next slide, because I'm trying to be sure that we skip this social subsystem and will focus on our plan for next steps. First of all, because for now you can see this picture, this technical subsystem is ready, light is switched on, everything is okay, and we are looking how to disseminate the project result or replicate this technical solution at the pilot site throughout the campus. I would like to remind the pilot site, this is just a small part of the campus, Polytechnic University campus. And our idea is to replicate this technical solution for the whole territory. Then next month, we will disseminate results of the LUCIA project and the Interreg event in St. Petersburg, which will take part on 25th of October. And we invite all partners to participate in this event. This is in short. Once again, sorry for technical problems, but I hope that you will have an opportunity in nearest future to see what we have done by your own eyes and not from this presentation. Welcome to St. Petersburg to see new lights in our beautiful city, in our campus. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Yuri, for this presentation. We have time probably for one question before we'll give the words to for the closing words. So we have actually a series of questions, but we'll take just one. And you mentioned that when you work with such historical sites of such a value, there will be delays and you should allocate more time. But in practice, what would be needed or what you need this time for? I mean, from a technical perspective, maybe, or from a technological perspective, what would be your best advice how to make use of this additional time which you think is needed?
Good question. I don't know how to answer because once again, I will try to explain what was the difficulties and what we have done. The main problems was how to combine requirements for replacement of additional equipment for control system, for video servers, and requirements to keep and to protect this historical view of these lampposts. Because this control body, they don't agree to for any change in appearance of these poles. So that most technical problems how to combine these absolutely different requirements. We have found this solution because in addition to these historical lampposts, we created these special boxes in historical view. So it is, how to say, additional difficulties. And what is the most important, we cannot predict which additional requirements we will get from experts from this committee, because this is first, please develop the system, please provide us all your documentation, we will analyze it, and in case we will not agree, you must go back to the first step for the coming back for technical development. When we found this problem, what we have done, we went to these experts and get agreement that we do this process not step by step, but somehow in parallel. So we develop preliminary technical solutions, went to the committee and say, it's okay for you. They say, no, please replace it. Then we came back and changed this technical solution. Once again came to committee and to experts and say, is it correct for us? Formally, it's not allowed. Formally, procedure should be like this. Please provide all technical project, provide it for experts, they evaluate it and say yes or no. This is a problem. And because we have very good links with this committee, with people, we try to make not step by step, by some parallel steps. Only thanks to this system we are in time. But coming back, when if I would make a plan for similar project in the future, I will say, okay, if we are going that this task, getting permission, we plan 1 year, for instance, that we multiply it by 2.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing this experience. And we understand that a lot of procedures could be improved also in relation to government bodies. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.